Got it. Hello, hello, hello. I welcome you to today's book review, book club session. This is a pre-recorded session, so I couldn't make the time today, and I didn't want to say we're not going to hold it again because we've had an instance of that this month already, and I really wanted us to still have it. So I pre-recorded this, and you will be getting this as it premieres on YouTube at the exact the time we're supposed to go live with it, or the time we're supposed to do the Zoom live. I'm just going to premiere this on YouTube. All right. So I welcome you to today's book review. And we are still on the book, The Business of the 21st Century by Robert T. Kiyosaki. I know we've learned a lot within the book. And we are in concluding part 2 today. And we might delve into part 3 if time permits us. And we've looked at we're looking into the 8 assets that comes with being a network marketing professional. That is the gift that this profession gives you, this business gives you. What you get as being a network marketing professional. And we've dealt with having a real world business education, right? You you learn as you earn as you learn, right? You practicalize what you're learning. Whereas that is like an MBA. As you go by your business, you are practicalizing what you're learning, even things that you can practicalize in your business. And definitely it comes with personal development. When you're in this network, in this industry, your personal development drives the level of income that you get, because if you do not grow personally, you're not going to be able to influence other people, and you will not be the kind of leader that you need to be, that would make people want to gravitate to you, because people have to trust you to be able to say, okay, I want to patronize you, or I want to join your team. And then you have, it's a community-based industry, right? So you have circle of friends who share your dreams and values. These are people you can dream with. These are people they know when you talk, they're not looking at you like, okay, get your head out of the clouds. They are on the pedestrian and on a level that is at the same level as you. So it's beautiful, and it's amazing to be able to dream at a level that that even challenges you, because by the time you begin to hear other people as well, you aspire to be where they are. And because you're in the same circle, you're able to see if they can do it, you can do it as well. And so also for those that are behind you, for those that are by you, they're able to see, if a moment can do it, definitely I too can definitely do that. And then you have the power of your own network. When you begin to build your team, your network is all yours, right? And you're able to continue to build and grow with that network. You're not working for an establishment that once, like a franchise set of business, once you leave the franchisee the franchise business, all your customers, they go with that business, right? But in this case, as you build your team, you have direct access to those teams. You continue to empower them, you continue to encourage them, you continue to lead them. And from that, your influence over them continues to grow. And when your influence grows, your income goes. Wherever your influence goes, that is where I need to write that down. Wherever your influence goes, your income flows. Yes, that's amazing. Wherever your influence goes, your income flows. And I love that. All right. So today we're going to be looking at last week we stopped at a duplicable, fully scalable business, right? Because when you are able, once you found methods that work, I mean, it's an industry where it's the word that's coming to my mind is stupid, but I don't want to be, that blunt. However, that is it. It doesn't make sense, right, to reinvent the wheel in this industry. People have come before you. They're showing you how to do it. All you need to do is to be a good copycat. Find a good cat to copy and just copy whatever they're doing. And once you're able to know your own method, things that work for you, then you will be able to teach that to your network. And once you're able to teach that to your people, you will continue to grow together. So it's a matter of putting those things, putting the system together, documentation, steps on how to do things, put those together. Once a new member comes in, you give them access to those things. And all they need to do is to run it the exact same way. Now we're starting with asset number 6, 7, and 8 today. I will conclude with chapter 17. Are you ready? Buckle up. Let us go. All right. So we are looking at incomparable leadership skills, right? In network marketing, it's very, very important that you develop your leadership skill. And this industry gives you the opportunity to do so. In network marketing, you're not just, teaching people principles of business. You are being shaped and you're shaping others into becoming a leader. So you have to develop yourself. You have to allow yourself to be developed, even to be a leader in this industry. While they seem to be talking, all of those things, what is leadership really? What do you do as a leader? You inspire others to get out of their shells. You inspire them to go beyond their fears. You inspire them to go for their dreams. Not just dream, though. Not just to dream, but rather dare to dream and then dare to go for their dream, leaving the fears behind, being in their shells behind, right? It's time to dream. Okay, so leadership is the force that makes it all come together. Leadership is what builds great businesses, in network marketing especially. It's not just repeating the right words. It's not just memorizing and repeating those right words. It's developing the ability to speak directly to other people's spirit. This is a quality that goes beyond words. This is genuine leadership. So one of the very a very high demanding, a very important skill that anyone needs to develop in this industry is, communication skill. Being able to be an amazing storyteller, being able to, tell other people what drives you, and then be able to ignite the same hunger, the same energy in other people when you do that. So very, 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 very important. Speaking directly to the spirit, this is very important. All great leaders have been master storytellers who are able to communicate the vision in such a vivid way that others saw it too. Now, when you tell the story of why you are in this business, how you have developed, how you have grown, it speaks, it strikes a chord in the heart of the people that in the heart of your people, the people that gravitate to you. And when you do that, it's easy for them to say, okay, I want that change that I see in you. I want to be where you are right now. I saw that you were once where I am, and I can see you have dealt me enough hope. We are hope dealers, right? You have dealt me enough hope to see myself as you are right now. So from that point, they're able to just go ahead, and say, yes, I want to be that as well. The leadership skills you need to develop for the B quadrant are very different from the management skills most often required as an employer, as an employee, and as a small business owner. That is in the A quadrant, the left side of the cash flow quadrant that Robert Kiyosaki, famously, talk about. So the leadership skill you need here, because if you're a manager, as an employee, you manage other resources, other people, right? You give them, they are obeying certain rules under your management. They know if they're not at their job and they make a habit of it, they are on their way out of the job. They have to be let go. So they come in, clock out, or they report, right, to their job at a certain time, and that is expected of them, and they leave at a certain time that is expected of them. Or even, of course, they're even required to spend more time than they give, right? That is, they're being compelled, they're being required to do that. Now, it's easy to manage such people because the rule of the company backs your authority. It's not you telling them you have to report to work at this time. When they are employing them, it's part of the package, right? The orientation package that says, this is when you report for work. This is when you're expected to leave, the earliest time you're expected to leave, right? So you're not the one, giving that command. As a manager, all you do is to ensure that people abide by those rules, and you met out punishment or warnings. Especially, you start with warnings and you write them up. You ensure you bring it up to their awareness that I notice you leave early, you come in late. What's going on, right? And then if that becomes a habit, what drives, what comes after that, right? But in network marketing, in the B quadrant, you have to be a leader, because as an independent business owner in the network marketing industry, whoever is working with you, those who are on your team, they're not your employees, right? They're not your employees. And of course, they see themselves as independent business owners as well. So they control their time, they control their resources, they control what they pay attention to. So the kind of leadership you need to be able to get this type of people to show up consistently, to be able to get this type of people to be motivated to do what they need to do, to get this type of people to be able to follow your direction, that kind of skill is different from when you are managing other people. So how do you develop that? The very first one is the communication skill. Communication affects every aspect of life. And this is the number one skill that network marketing teaches. If you're in the network marketing industry, the very first thing, the very first challenge they propose, you'll be posed is making your own presentation. And at a certain level, it will be required of you. Once you begin to grow in the industry, you will be exposed to opportunities, right, to make presentations. As a matter of fact, in the network marketing industry, it's the people on the stage that makes the most money, right? Because as you have the exposure, you are the face of the company. You are the people wants to work with. You are the people are saying, the outsiders are seeing, and they're like, I want to be like this person. I want to be where they are. All of those things. I want to work with them, because they could see from your communication, from your story, that you have what they're looking for. All right. So in such a case, then you are able to attract people that needs you. Okay. So in that case, you position yourself to continue to grow in your income. So these are very, if you're still shy, if you're still running away from, communicating, we need to work on that. Okay. This is very crucial. All right. I began to realize that a network marketing business is based on the leaders pulling people up. Okay. So if anyone do not perform in their job in the corporate world, the worst that could happen is they get fired. And the other things that could happen in between that is they don't get bonuses, they don't get performance bonuses, they don't get promotions, they just leave them be, right? There are some companies like that. They won't fire you, but you will be rendered useless over time, right? But in network marketing, they would sometimes, even if you don't, in some cases that are so aggressive, if you don't perform, you lose your job just like that, right? Because there's a threshold you need to meet, and if you don't meet it, that was the very first job I had when I got to the US. There's a quota you need to meet within the 90 days of your orientation, and if you don't meet that quota, nobody even needs to tell you, you're out of the door. By the time they're doing your review, the verdict. It's not even, there's no mincing words with that. If you don't meet the quota of the number of calls, that was the job I had then, call center, the number of calls you need to make, the number of conversions you need to make on those calls, number of retention you need to have so that they don't cancel the product when they call you. All of those things, when you don't meet the quota, you're out of the job, right? But here, we in network marketing, we're not looking at, okay, you're fired or you're out of here. We are working with others to pull them up. Let me help you do better and better. As long as you want to learn, I'll be here to teach you. We're on the same team. So we pull other people up. That is the skill that we have. It's like coaching, right? It's like when you have an athlete coach, maybe in athletics or even in life as a life coach and all of that. They're not going to force you to do what you need to do, but rather they will say, I'm here, and this is what they will not tell you what to do. Basically, ask questions, dig into your goals and your aspirations, your dreams, and then see, okay, you want to make this extra income, this month. What do you think you need to do? How many products do you need to sell? How many people do you need to talk to? How many prospects do you need to bring? That needs to come with you to the presentation calls. All of those things. Once you're able, they sit with you, you're able to, have that plan out. All you need to do then is to execute, right? They're not going to tell you, you need 5 people, you need 10 people. They work with you depending on your dreams and your aspiration, right? A very special type of leader. Absolutely. In network marketing, it tends to develop the type of leader who influences others by being a great teacher. Teaching others to fulfill their life dream by teaching others to go for their dreams. Okay. So when you see your leaders in the industry, you are able to see what is achievable, and the fact that somebody has achieved it is a proof that it is achievable. All right. So we have 4 elements. We have 4 elements of leadership, right? The very first one is the mind. We have the spirit, the body, and your emotions, your spirit. You have to be able to develop all of this, areas of your leadership all of these elements of your leadership to be able to succeed in network marketing, right? Your mental, your physical, your emotional, and your spiritual. All of this needs to be, to be intact. And I love the point that Robert Kiyosaki made here. He said, being on the front line, being on the front lines means not caring about whether or not you are liked, right? As a leader, as you develop into being a leader in network marketing, you will realize, right, you cannot please everybody. All right, you will realize there are some people that no matter how much I'm here for you that you have for them, they're not action takers, right? They're not go-getters, right? So in such cases, such people will not fancy, will not fancy, they will not like, they might not like you. You might tick such people off, but will you let that hold you back? Would you let that now say, okay, I'm not going to serve the rest of my team because one or two people or a handful of people do not like the way I lead, right? So we have to have that thick skin. And that's why those 4 elements is very, very, very essential. You have to be mentally strong. You have to be physically, your personal development has to be top notch, right? You have to be on top of that. Your spirituality has to be solid, because if you're not solid spiritually, you can be, people will say things. People will say things and do things, and you'll be like, really? With all that I've done? But when you're spiritually sound, you will know that you're not serving man, you're serving, you're serving God, and you're able to go past all of such comments and all of such heel treatment. All right, so you have to bear that in mind. And then asset number 7, I would love if you have any comment here, in the comments on the YouTube video, please add it. And of course, in the chat group as well, you can drop your comment. I would love to hear from you, right? All right, mechanism for genuine wealth creation. Network marketing absolutely is a mechanism for genuine wealth creation. Being a business owner that leverages the time and other people's resources to grow their own business is definitely a mechanism for wealth creation. Wealth in this case is not just money, right? When you hear wealth, your mind quickly goes to, oh, how much money, right? Wealth is not measured by the size of income. Wealth is measured in time. And I love the way Robert puts it here. How you measure that time. He mentioned that when you whatever income or savings you have right now, whatever is coming to you as your revenue right now, if you're able, measure the number of days that income, should you stop actively doing anything, right? How many days would that income last you, right? That is your wealth. That is your wealth at that particular point in time. And then he deepened the definition. He said, wealth is measured by the richness of your life experience today, plus the number of days into the future that you have the capacity to continue living at that level of experience. Should you leave your job now, that you're spending time on, should you leave that job right now, how long can you go to still be able to maintain the kind of lifestyle that you have right now, right? That is your wealth. That is how you measure your wealth. And it is an engine. That is, network marketing business is an engine of personal wealth creation. And I love this formula, these steps, rather, this 4-step path to financial freedom. This is personal to Robert. He said, build a business, right? A network marketing opportunity, business is an opportunity to do that. Build a business and then reinvest in your business. Right? When you're building the business, give it time. Okay? let me say the the fours, and then we'll go into dig deeper into it a little bit. Build a business, reinvest in your business, invest in real estate, and let your assets buy you luxuries. Okay, so build a business. Of course, building a business takes time to grow, just like a child. So you cannot be in a hurry. You cannot give up, first month, second month, third month is here, and you're like, it's not working. My leader made this much in their first month, and I couldn't do the same thing. So I don't think this is working for me. No, that's not how you do it. You give it time. Do what you need to do and give it time for your business to grow. All right. So once your business is growing, you reinvest instead of spending the income that you make. The key to this process is that you don't try to use your business as an income source to live on until you're able to to have your business produce enough for it to continue to grow, and at the same time, continue to feed your, other investment opportunities that you have. Then you don't use the income from that business to do your daily expenses, right? If not, your business will not grow. It's going to kill it. Okay, so if you do this, if you don't reinvest in your business, you're still being an employee, just like you employed yourself, in that case. So it's going to be hard for your business to grow. So when you're as a network marketing professional, how do you reinvest in your business? Because the initial investment, that the commitment you make at your initial investment is very, very, it's minimal. It's very small, right? So when the bonuses starts to come, all of those income starts to come in, you could be very tempted to say, yes, now let me go buy a new purse, let me go buy new shoes, or let's buy a new house or a new car. It's easy, you can quickly begin to do that, right? Because you don't have too much of overhead that you're going to have to deduct from the revenue and all of that. And so you feel, all of this is mine to spend and that's it. No, how you reinvest, because you don't have to reinvest by way of advertising, you don't have to reinvest by way of, employing other people and paying for employees, all of those things in a huge way. However, in network marketing, you have to continue to invest in your self-development. You have to continue to invest in travel. You have to continue to invest in supporting your team. Right? You have to invest in promotional tools, educational tools, and resources that help nourish your business. So that is how you invest in your business. Okay. So for the most part, though, network marketing is a business whose major capital investments is not your money, but your time and effort. So you have to be able to give yourself the chance to give time and effort to continue to cause your business to grow. Okay. And of course, advertising, ads these days to promote your business as well. Definitely that is part of it as well, social media ads and all of that. So these are ways, you reinvest in your business. So treat your business with the respect it deserves. Invest the income, reinvest in your business. And now, number 3, once your business has grown to a certain level and it continues to grow, then you have a certain amount that you reinvest in self-development, in all of those things. And then you are able then to now invest in other instruments that would, begin to earn you money. Remember the 4 quadrants that we have. On the B side of the quadrant, you have the business owners and the investors. Now you begin you now begin to walk the line of the investors, where you look for opportunities you can invest in. Now, for Robert, it was real estate. Real estate is very, very lucrative, and it could be slow if you don't know what you're doing. But part of things that we need to do is educate ourselves. What are the opportunities out there that you can invest in? Is it real estate you want to do? Like in real estate, there's land banking, farming. These days there is rental properties that you can do, Airbnb, short lets, all of those things that you can do. Now, you mentioned, you gave an analogy here that some people, they just buy the real estate, renovate it and sell it. In that case, it's not continuing to give you, source of income. That is best to have, portfolio of rental properties, right? It says the purpose of buying real estate is not to sell it. The purpose of buying real estate is to build an income generating asset. So you have to build a portfolio of all of this, real estate that will now continue to generate income for you. So, for example, you can get real estate for Airbnb, and that continues to generate income for you. Short lets, that continues to generate income for you. Rentals, that's how you continue to turn things around, and it will continue to generate the income for you. And then, of course, the rental business as well, that is a business in itself as well, right? As you continue to grow, you continue to grow your portfolio as well. And then you can then allow your asset to buy luxuries. Our asset bought them. That is when he was talking about, okay, now they have a bigger house. Now they have 6 luxury cars. He said their asset bought those things and they're enjoying it. All right. So we have to let our business and the real estate holdings buy it for us, so you cannot, to be able to come out of your job, let those investments, be the one that replaces your income. So very, very crucial there. Asset number 8, big dreams and the capacity to live them. The capacity to live out your dream. Very, very important, right? Because we don't just want to have dreams. A lot of people, though nowadays, a lot of people used to have dreams. When you meet people, especially those that are now in the rat race, they've mostly forgotten their dreams, right? The dreams is now mostly flashbacks when they see, the kind of car they want to drive just zoom by. They're like, even such people at a point, at the point in their life, they now begin to resent the people that are now living the kind of dream, the kind of life they dreamt of. They will start resenting them. Forget it. I don't think they got it the right way. Is it that easy? Just because it wasn't easy for them, they will think it shouldn't be easy for other people as well. And if other people have attained it, they must have cut corners. They must have done something illegal. They must have stolen their way there. They have several different kinds of theories, that they can throw around and throw about, right? But that is, for us in network marketing, or of course, as an individual, we know that whatever anybody's do with their dreams is their business. But that does not stop you from having your dream and living your dream. So network marketing, have such people, pull up such people from the pit of, forgotten dreams or resented dreams to dream again, to begin to dream again, and then give you the pathway to live those dreams. So that is a big asset within network marketing. So I mean, when you come in the within the organization, within the community, you begin to see what, somebody, especially somebody that their story, where they started from, and then you see where they are now. We begin to wonder, okay, all right, if this helps you there, I know it can help me there too. Right? Where people that knows your story, they can relate with it. And that's how your story, you need to learn how to put your story together, be an amazing storyteller, right? So to be able to do that. All right. So this one, everyone has dreams, but not everyone dreams in the same way. Everyone has dreams, but not everyone dreams in the same way. So let's look at categories of dreamers here. Those who dream in the past, those who dream like that's not possible for me again, right? The good old days, right? Those who dream only small dreams. Those who achieve a dream and then leave bored, right? Those who have they didn't give themselves permission to dream bigger. Then those who dream big dreams, but with no plan on how to go about achieving them, so end up with nothing. And then lastly, those who dream big, achieve those dreams, and go on to dream even bigger dreams, right? So the network marketing, like I mentioned earlier, gives you permission, to dream again, right? And then gives you how that dream can be achieved, gives you the pathway to be able to dream that dream. And once you achieve that, I don't think I've ever seen a network marketing organization or, a company, running on a network marketing business model that has, the highest level that cannot be achieved, one, and cannot be surpassed. They will continue to create more levels. So you've achieved this level one. That's why there is room to dream bigger. You are now a director. What you now know, after being a director, you go to senior director. After being a senior director, you grow to be a partner. After a partner, there is more executive, senior executive, president, all of that. There is more. There is always more for you to achieve, right? So there is no way for you to say, okay, I've arrived, this is it, and I'm not going anywhere. No, it gives you the opportunity. It pushes you to dream. That is for sure. Pushes you to dream. Okay, so that is amazing, an amazing gift. And then lastly, a business where women excel. The model of this business is just so amazing that it's as if it's created for women, right? Because let's look at it. As women, you go to PTA and you talk. I was sharing with a few friends yesterday that I don't seem to hear anymore that, women gathering, that people, I don't like women's gathering because they backbite, they gossip. It's maybe because of the circles that I belong to, right? Women don't fight themselves over like, yeah, she's prettier, yeah, she has bigger house. Women don't fight themselves on that anymore. When we meet, we talk about, bigger dreams. We talk about how to help one another. We now have things to talk about. Like in the PTA, when you want to gossip, in quote, when you want to gossip, you talk about, how you share your story, not gossip about somebody else, sitting by you, or, that lady that always, always come with tattered hair. No, we're not talking about persons. We're talking about our future. We're talking about prospects. We're talking about what is possible. All right. So you know, when you have that opportunity, you can talk, and that is where your story, being able to share your story, comes in. You are able to show other people, okay, yeah, oh, I like that, I like that fragrance on you. What is that? What are you wearing? You start the communication from there. You start a story from there, right? Oh, wow, you make what, 43%, you know, within that company. Wow, that is great. And then you continue to grow. Wow, once the, you know, with this opportunity, this is what has happened, this is what has happened, and I have time. We're going to see a few things, you know, that network marketing affords women to be able to do. Right? So what women need, it's not it's an old news now, you know, that women need financial independence, right? Women need to be able to support themselves, support their family, and all of that, right? It's no news anymore. Now, to be able to do that, however, while you are being home for your husband, while you're, you know, being home with, you know, for your children, that when they come from school, you're there, you know, to welcome them, or you pick them up from school at the right time. They have time to nap, they have time to do their homework, you know, and you're still able to build, you know, your business, and you're still able, you know, to have the time to spend with your family, to still be a mother, a wife, you know, even a minister, all of those things. To be able to do that, this gives you this opportunity. I mean, this business model gives you the opportunity to have it all, really, to have it all. Okay, so the statistics, it shows, you know, we have on record that 47% of women over the age of 50 are single, right? They are financially responsible for themselves. With the way divorce and, you know, single parenting, you know, as invaded our communities these days, we know that, you know, a woman that is not financially independent is at risk of being in serious trouble if at the end of the day she loses the person she's depending on, you know, either by divorce or by death. Right? So it's very important. Financial independence is absolutely important, right? And then we see that women's retirement income is less than that of men, because as the primary caretaker for the home, a woman is away from workforce on average of 14.7 years as compared to 1.6 years for women, depending on how many children you have. If you have 2 children, that is at least mandatory 12 weeks away from work, right? I said 12 weeks, that's even too small. You might even have up to 24 weeks for both of your children combined. You know, that is 2 kids, not talk of 3, 4, because when you, and then that is if you have like the kind of pregnancy that I had, very peaceful, you walk till the last day, till the day you popped. that is even with that case. There are some women bedridden for most of their pregnancy, that they had to be rested to be able to nurture that life, to be for them to be able to bring about another life. It's worth every second, right? Now, with that going on, and you still have to, you know, at the end of the day, right, the retirement income is going to be less, you know, with women facing all of that. Women are expected to live an average of 7 to 10 years longer than men, right? We have, you know, higher life expectancy rate, right? So of the elderly living in poverty, 3 out of 4 are women. That is, that statistics is scary, right? And approximately 7 out of 10 women will at some time live in poverty. So with all of these statistics, it just shows that, you know, women have to be financially buoyant, avoiding dependency. I'm sure if you're like me, asking for money is like punishment. asking for money. It's like you want to punish me, have me ask for money. That is, as in asking for money from other people, right? I can ask from God, pray for financial breakthrough. Absolutely. And I'm getting better at that too. Generally asking, right? So, but, not to talk of now having to being forced because you don't have your own source of income. Then in network marketing, there's no glass ceiling. No glass ceiling. There's no cap to your growth. You will continue. Your limit, you set your own limit, right? Because there is no limit in network marketing. No ceilings, no glass, in this industry. The key is your skill, your education, and your experience, period. And then no limits on income. It's an amazing opportunity. There is increased self-esteem because what builds the fastest way to build your self-esteem is results. And in network marketing, to see results, it's amazing when you see life transformed, when you see, you executing what was proposed to you, what was taught to you, and you see results. It just gives you that boost that, yes, I can do it, right? And with this industry, you have your self-esteem boosted and you control your time. Women needs to be able to control their time. We need to be able to control our time. So, and then this gives you, network marketing gives us the opportunity to do that. Wealth building is a necessity, absolutely. There is no debate about that, right? And then with network marketing, it gives you the opportunity to create your wealth and have fun doing it. I mean, look at, we have we have events, and at the events, what do? You have fun with your community, right? You have fun, traveling, touring nations, and all of those things. Is just, there's fun built into all of it. All right. Let's see. Know what's important. Yeah. So absolutely. So it's very, very essential that when you know what's important to you, right? When you know what's important to you, with knowing what is important to you, you are able to use the network marketing model to achieve your goals, because then your children will not have to suffer, your home will not have to, to suffer anything, and you are able to do what you still want to do. You can literally have it all. All right. That is it for me today. Thank you for watching. I'm sorry we couldn't do this live. So let me know. I'd love to hear your comments at the end of the day. All right. Have a lovely day. The part 3, we're going to be concluding next week. I'm considering two books or 2 areas that we're going to start with. We're going to go with next. I think Diana shared in the group. She shared a book like that on making no excuses, the power of self-discipline, no excuses, by Brian Tracy. That is one. The other one I was considering before that is, how to communicate, developing your communication skill. I've not found a book on that. If you have any recommendations, let me know, so we decide which of these we do first. Definitely we're going to do on both of those. All right. Have a wonderful and a lovely day. God bless you. Take care now.